working. Thanks. So, hi Bernd, and we also have Jasmine being dialed in. So for me, it's exciting to be here with our customer, with my customer on stage. I think it has been. Can we get the first slide already? Ah, here we go. That helps. So, customer success is the organization I'm heading in Chris Rauch's team, and I'm quite excited to be here today with Bernd. I was pretty close to the project the past months, and not everything went smooth. I think that's fair to say, but that is also part of customer success. So there were times in the project where I was not sure we would see PacMart at Excite. And there were also times where I was not sure if Bernd would stand with me at the same table. But here we are, right? So Bernd, probably you can start introducing yourselves and PacMart.
Thanks, Eric and Chris, and thanks for the possibility to be here and be part of this really great event, Excite. And yes, I had at first excellent support from Jasmin Heindl. He's head of e-commerce of PacMart and will be introduce her a little bit later. And yes, Eric, it was a tough time, but with better half of the project on my side, we had a winning end. And but it's not only a part of Spryker. It was also a part of the pandemic, of home office, of lockdowns, and all of this kind of stuff. And this makes the project a little bit more harder than we both sides thought. And in this case, we're really happy that we are online and for the support of Spryker and Eric, my better half of the project, and to be here.
Thanks, Bernd. So as you can see, customer success is like a solid marriage after a tough project. So while we jump into it, Bernd, I know that PacMart, and we'll talk about it, is kind of your and your team's brainchild. And we spent quite a few time now here to discuss it through, but probably for the audience, you can probably share also a little bit of your background, what you do in your other role, if you're not just reinventing the B2B space of manufacturing.
Yes, that's a little bit secret. And I'm head of e-business and content and also 3D customer solutions by the Krones AG, is the market leader of the packaging and filling. I think the most of you know it. If you see a brand product in your hand, the most of them are made from Krones. And my hobby, or our hobby, is to ramp up or support the PacMart. And please give me one sentence. I collect a lot of things the last year in our project here. I take it with me. But you give me only 20 minutes for this show here, and we need to make it afterwards to talk about the project, but
no, that's because we only allowed to talk about the good stuff. Yeah, that's why we only decided to take 20 minutes. Okay. So let's jump into it. So now I think everybody should be reassured that this project and this venture was or is backed up by the right industry expertise and thought leadership in the space. So Bernd, probably sharing with us what PacMart is about.
Yeah, PacMart is an independent marketplace. We build up an independent marketplace because in the industry there's a space for the packaging industry and the marketplace, and we build up not a normally marketplace. Our marketplace has their own space for each merchant, and PacMart is the mall idea. We collect all the merchants there and build up some special event. If a customer comes there, they find all the necessary things from spare part to ingredients and all this kind of stuff.
Okay, so thanks for that overview. So my question as a devil's advocate, aren't there already enough marketplaces out there?
Oh, come on. For PacMart is space enough, and there's a lot of companies for B2C and B2B marketplace. Every one of you know the big players or the names on the market, and they try to sell the B2B products also, but for shoes or for screwdrivers it will be possible. But if you or question. If you buy an EV bag or surgery instruments by a big player, global player, absolutely not. I think not. And in this case, there's the space for PacMart. We collect the specially branch know-how and the e-commerce know-how and take it together. And this is one of our USPs.
Got it, makes sense. So I personally would not buy an IV bag at some random marketplace, so you're right there. So we know that the leadership and the industry and the vertical knowledge is there, and we also know that Jasmine will give us some more insights later, even focusing on the merchant, the buyer, the operator, so we'll dive a little bit deeper in there. So maybe summarizing a few of the key benefits you're seeing.
Yeah, you see the most of these big topics here. You got the information from Jasmine in the presentation to get more insight. But the most thing is it's very special and unique.
Okay, and now one more question I need to ask. You said I wasn't sure, a winning ant or a winning aunt. So can you talk a little bit about the ant, why you chose the ant as a mascot?
I mean ant, and from the beginning on it was some sleepless night. We are looking for a strong, charismatic team player. Arnie was not free, and my picture is bad on the shirt, and in this case we choose the ant. And the ant is the binding of the network with the merchant and the customer, and take it all together, because an ant is a very hard team player, and they have success all together. And this is our main focus of the marketplace, PacMart.
And I like the analogy, because I think without hard team playing, we wouldn't be together on stage here today. I think that's fair. So, shifting gears a little bit, we heard a lot about marketplaces, and I think Boris was also mentioning it in his keynote. So there is marketplaces that are targeting on being quite transactional, so execution of buyers and shoppers. And there was also the notion on adding services or value-adding services to a marketplace. And I think right from the start, I mean, you recently launched the marketplace, right from the start you added 2 value-adding services that you might not expect in a marketplace. So maybe you can share a little bit of those, because I think those are really, really very interesting to learn about.
Yeah, we have more than 2 USPs in the marketplace. The complete marketplace is one USP, but we have 2 specialty things in it, and one of them is the PacMart Speed. We named them. It's also an idea, a long working idea, and it's a specialty delivery service, the PacMart Speed, and every order who takes over the PacMart will be delivered in 24 hours in Europe. And but this is not the main winning thing of the PacMart Speed. The point is, if you order over the PacMart, you pay the normally parcel price, but your parcel will be delivered as express. And this is a really huge point, because if you try it with a weight, if you send a parcel to Italy with 10 kilos, you pay normally price more than 50 euros, or in the around 50 euros, and as express to Italy it's 145 euros. And by PacMart you have the express delivery 24 hours, but you pay the normally price. You pay for express near to 50 euros. And I think this is a really great benefit, and this is for long discussions with a partner, with DHL. I could say it because DHL is happy if I say the name. It was a hard discussion with DHL, and this is a winning solution for our customers and also for our merchants.
I really like that. So in a sense, you're handing over your economics of scale to your customers, and if I was a customer or a merchant, I would appreciate it. The second one we'll touch on, the second service you're adding to the marketplace, is probably not such an obvious one, but I was pretty impressed, and I didn't think along those lines, but I think that's also a very interesting one, if you can spend a few minutes on that.
Yeah, of course, this is PacMart Law. PacMart Law is a specially idea also, because we thought our customers have a lot of ideas. They produce maybe a lemonade or a water and produce new marmalade for the shop, but they have no idea where needs to be the QR code on the bottle, or these law things what we don't work with, or also our merchants had some special ideas. And in this case, we also signed a contract with a big German lawyer company, and combined this information for a user, for a merchant. They had some additional questions each month. It depends on the package what they use, or what they use, and from the customer side, it's a platform, a Q&A platform, where a customer can search in it for what they needed to go on the market, to go faster on the market, and not only try and error with a law information in the background. And this is the package PacMart Law, and this is the second USB what we had in our platform, and it's completely unique in this area.
Thanks, Bernd. Yeah, brilliant. So I really think it's amazing to add those two services. And if I was a participant in your marketplace, specifically the dimension of having also legal advice and this PacMart Law besides PacMart Speed is really nice. So we will switch over soon to Jasmine, who will give us some more insights. And I think besides now having seen that concept of a B2B marketplace for a specific industry, I think what is also really interesting is that you're also not following a one-size-fits-all approach, but we'll welcome Jasmine now, who will give us some more insights there. Jasmine, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Well, yes, we can hear you.
Good evening from Bavaria to Berlin. I'm very happy to join this great event, but most important are my greetings to my sensational team in Berlin, to Bernd on stage and Katja and Michael in the audience.
Jasmine, so I'll shift gears and you guide me if you want to stay longer on a slide or not. We'll try to do it remote, and we know you're super busy, and thanks again for taking the time to dial in.
Sure. First of all, I would like to show you our 3 packages of PacMart for the merchants. We divided the packages into S, M, and L. And these packages come with different services for marketing, and they are depending on the size of the company or the number of the products of the merchant. And no matter which packages are agreed on, we ensure to all the merchants and all the customers that they benefit from the PacMart Speed.
Thanks, Jasmine. Also there, I think it's a fabulous offering, and as a merchant or as a participant, you can really grow along your own business, right? And you offer different sizes, t-shirt sizes. So I think this is also a great idea. So Jasmine, I'll switch to the next slide where you can probably talk us through some of the other benefits. I know it's a lot of benefits. We touched on a few and we could go forever on that, but you might want to pick the top 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, sure. I would like to start with the advantages for the merchants. The first advantage is definitely the range, which means the comprehensive network of PacMart. The second one is leads and sales, because merchants are able for a targeted and effective customer acquisition. And the last one for the merchants is service and support. This means each merchant will benefit from individual marketing activities and special services. Then I will switch to the advantages for the buyers. First advantage is definitely variety, because the buyers have got a wide range of suppliers and products on PacMart. Then the second advantage is efficiency, which means buyers are able for central comparisons and have only one portal for all their requirements, and this is a great benefit. Last but not least, the USPs for buyers on PacMart is definitely the fast delivery. Bernd already mentioned that every parcel will be shipped with PacMart Speed, which means the parcel will be delivered within 24 hours with no additional costs.
Thanks a lot, Jasmine. So I'll move over, and I think you'll give us some insights in the next slides, if I'm not mistaken, on the look and feel, as well as deep diving a little bit more into the merchant, into the buyer, and into the operator. And while you talk us through it, people can also see how the system looks as part of the overview. So I'll share the next slide. So up to you, Jasmine.
Thank you. Yeah, but before I dive into the demo, I would like to point out some general facts of our marketplace. The first one is that the users visit a modern B2B shop with B2C experience, and we offer an optimized user journey for desktop and mobile, which means that we are fully responsive. And we provide our customers with flexible and smart integrated user roles, even complex buying units and approval processes, as it's a standard for the B2B business.
Great, thanks a lot. So tell us about the experience for PacMart as a customer.
Sure. We ensure that sensitive data like prices and product details are shown only to already logged in customers. That's very important in the B2B section. Customers can search by a product number or a product name or a merchant name to start the order process. And with one card, we help the customers to speed up their purchasing process. And in the personal account area, the customer has an overview of his order and request history, has got a current status of the order, can manage his profile and also the user roles by himself. And additionally, we offer a lot of relevant content in connection with the packaging and beverage industry in our encyclopedia.
Thanks a lot, Jasmine. Unfortunately, you might see it. There should be now the recording, and people should see how it looks for the customer to re-emphasize your point on how the B2C-like look and feel is. I'm not sure if we can do it, or if there's anything we can do to make it play. Do we have a web connection problem here? Otherwise, we listen to your voice again, and you talk us through it, Jasmine. So we go from customer now to merchant. Unfortunately, we don't have it here, but we can do that at a later point in time.
Of course, I will do the demo for the merchants. The merchants have a full insight to all their orders, and they can handle them. Additionally, the merchants can manage their catalogs, their products, the personal shop profile by themselves, and this means 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. PacMart provides also each merchant a flexible solution regarding the order process, either a fully automatic or a manual process flow, depending on their own current processes.
Thanks, Jasmine. So that was the merchant. And the next one is the operator. Again, unfortunately, we cannot see the system, but I can reassure you that it's looking really, really great. Unfortunately, we need here we go. That looks probably better. Let's see. So, Jasmine, over to the operator.
Sure. Last but not least, PacMart has got a dashboard after login with all valuable insights per merchant. We are also able to manage the merchants and the profiles very easily. And we can act like a quality gate to ensure a high quality within industry standards. Very helpful. And we definitely know all the time what is going on in our marketplace. We can support the merchants with modern promotion activities and additional services to boost their sales.
Thank you very much. So, Jasmine, thank you very much. Very comprehensive. Thanks a lot for that. Brings me to my question back to Bernd. Bernd, what's next?
At first, I thought my face cosmetic or my haircut is the problem, and now Spryker the technical problem at first. What's next? We had a lot of idea. You see it? No, you don't see it. We need to go one slide back, please. Yes, no, this is also wrong. I explain it. we had a lot of ideas. We want to dive deeper with Spryker into the B2B and B2C connection, more of them, and develop forward for that. We had a lot of ideas to make it better and deeper for our merchants and also for our customers. We launched today 2 new merchant. One of them are a 3D printing company and an electronic company as merchant on the platform, but we are also looking for additional merchants and also customers. But we're hoping of the support of Spryker to go forward in this project and for a winning second phase, because I never miss you on my side.
No, I'm here to last, Bernd, so don't worry about that. So really looking forward to continue. I think for any further questions that you have to Bernd or Jasmine, you'll see the contact details. I'm sure here or in the audience online there are potential merchants, potential buyers who want to leverage the package. Look at the PacMart shop online. There you see the look and feel that unfortunately didn't work. Having said that, I would say you need to give me that because I'm a hobby mentalist as of a few hours. So wait and see that. So I would say, before you answer, I would say hasta la vista, PacMart, and wait, after that hard project, I know what you're going to say next.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. What are you going to say?
I would say we will be back.
Wait. Can you believe it?
Yes.
I'm afraid. You have more talents than I know. And thanks. And sorry for the break. The lady shows the end paper. Thanks, Chris.
So I've got. Thank you so much. I've got one question. When's the happy day? There is one question.
For us both.
Yes, for both of you. Yeah, there's a happy day soon.
We're in the trial phase. It's not clear at the moment.
He's still on trial. He's still on test. Okay, good.
Always on trial.
We have one question from the group around onboarding merchants and sharing any best practices that you believe, because there are other people who've got marketplaces out there who would welcome any advice or guidance on onboarding merchants. Any thoughts? Anything you'd like to share?
Yes, a lot of them, but we work on this process, and it's at the moment it's not so easy because it's the pandemic time, the budget time, and the next one now it's the time for the logistic or the supply chain part. And in this case, at the moment, it's hard, and we are happy if we can add new merchants on the platform. We are in discussion with some of them, and this is the way. And on the other side, we need also the support of Spryker to launch them or add them on the platform. It's more a hands-on mentality at the moment.
It sounds like that process is very much about bringing lots of pieces together and making sure joining up all the different elements of the process.
Yeah, it's.
Absolutely. I think it's twofold. Bernd, I think you're pretty successful on onboarding the first merchants there. And I think, to be honest, on Spryker side, we also need to do some groundwork again to make it even easier on the technology side to do so. I think that's a fair statement.
Brilliant. So I don't think we have any more questions. So I want to say a huge thank you to you, Bernd and Eric, for a very entertaining presentation to wrap the day. And Arnie and Yasmin up there, who's still there. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. So they're the warm-up act for the big act at 6 o'clock in the main theatre. Don't miss it. And I would also strongly recommend for anybody that's wondering what to do when this finishes, please come and join us at a wonderful Spryker get-together, party, drinks. If there's one thing we can do quite well, trust me, it's that. And the band's great, so make sure you stick around. Really looking forward to talking to you, and thank you so much for joining this session. Thank you.